Good day and happy Friday, everybody. I am Kevin Bryant. I am your host today for New Music Day Live, and I am with the Heat Seekers, and we have a special Friday today. Um, I don't know if you know, but you're gonna know after we finish. I got Mr. Kool from Kool in the Gang, Robert Kool Bell, in the studio today. Thank you, Mr. Kool. What's going on with you?
Hey, Kev, what's up, man? You told me I can call you KB.
Yes, yes, you call me KB.
Man, I'm here in the ATL, man. I've been here since Monday, man. Pushing my the cool champagne, and
That's
they've been keeping me busy, man.
That's right. I'm gonna just tell you this: the bottle is amazing.
Thank
Let's
you.
start off with the bottle. The bottle is great. I'm waiting to taste it, so
Oh,
so we can.
we gotta get you a glass of nice cold glass of the cool champagne, man.
That's right. That's right. It's amazing to me how I know you Robert Kool Bell. So we got to talk about a little bit of everything real quick. Um, First of all, you've been an influence and like a mogul to me all my life. Like literally, and I'm from Jersey City.
Oh,
So yeah, I actually we got family members that know each other. But the whole point is all my life and to talk to you now is like crazy to me. So I'm excited about that. So I
okay.
just a living legend and it's just amazing, especially with this day and age. How does it feel to even be like the author of our musical history? Like, I mean, I remember when I was in the seventh grade in the show we did we had to sing celebration. So I remember that. That's crazy. So I'm just excited to talk to you right now. So, but
Okay.
I see you doing your thing. Doing
Yeah.
your thing.
Well, as you know, we've been celebrating over 50 years right now, and then we got 40 years of celebration.
Hmm.
I think we just went off here.
No, I see you.
Oh, you see me? I don't see you now.
But I
Oh,
see you.
well, I'm gonna keep talking. As long as you see me,
Yes, sir.
I see nothing but writing. Anyway, so we're celebrating 50 years of the Kool Gang this year, and 40 years of the song Celebration.
Hmm.
And of course now we're dealing with the pandemic here, and we haven't worked since February, but
Right.
we're hoping to be back on the road next year, just like a lot of the other groups.
Right. They just cut us off. But when we get them back in, hopefully they can log back in. But we just got cut off. It's a new age. Technical difficulties always come about. So we're gonna see what we can do to get them back. Um, but anyway, yeah, that's Robert Kool Bell. That's like a person that I've been like knowing of ever since I was like a baby, a baby. I just want to make sure we're still on because everybody's trying to get on this. I don't know. The computer age is crazy. We took for granted a lot of things, and now we have to depend on digital and social media for a lot of stuff. So we just got to get them back. Um, but other than that, leave your comments, come in, think of some questions that you might want me to ask him. Just type it in if you're on Facebook Live or if you're on YouTube, whatever. Just make sure you get that in, and we'll try to make sure we get him back. Um, yeah, it's cool to really just be able to sit and talk to people that you looked up to most of your life. Like that's what I'm excited about. Like I never thought I'd be talking to him, but I'm just showing a little bit of excitement. Hey, mom. So it's just interesting to know that people still, if they're not singing, they're doing something. They're just they're just reinventing, recreating, and for him to have this champagne that I hear is really good. That's a whole nother reinvention. Like a lot of times, we don't know where music is going. We don't know what is going, but to keep on. I mean, they've been out there for 54 years. 54 years is when they started the group. That's older than a lot of us, and just to still be doing it and figure out ways to revamp and reorganize and renew. I'm talking about you, but you back now. Hit your sound if I can hear you. Turn your sound up and we'll be cool. I know somebody's in there helping you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I can't hear you at all.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you
Got
bet.
you. We good now.
You bet. Okay.
Okay. Are you in the ATL right now?
Yes, I am in ATL right now.
All right.
Yep, I should have saw you at some point last night or yesterday, but I had an event. You were supposed. We were trying to get you to come, but I know you had a lot going on,
Yeah.
so it's cool. I definitely would try to see you before you leave. Um, but I know people has been taking care of you. We had Tracy last night, and I know Cal is with you probably. So I'm sure everybody's taking care of you.
So you know the whole Kool campaign team, huh?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Like it's just that I could have been with you too, Roland. I just had some other things that I had to do, but I'm with you. I'm
Okay.
with you.
All
So
right. Very
I
good, man.
started 2 weeks ago getting you ready. But
Okay.
you were talking about the 40 years of celebration and the 50 years of the group. Am I correct?
Yes. Uh-huh.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Celebration has been 40 years this year, and Kool and the Gang has been over 50 years. And actually, JC, you from JC, we started back in 1964.
I
You know,
can't.
as the Jazzy Acts, and then the Soul Town Band, and then
Yep.
Kool and the Flames. And we had to
Yep.
change the name because of James Brown and the Famous Flames. And we didn't want to have no problem with the Godfather. So we said, let's call ourselves Kool and the Gang. And here
Yeah.
we are today.
Wow. Did you really think that when you came up with the band and everything, did you think it would last like this? Did you even think about that?
Yeah, it's been a blessing. I mean, when we started, we were very young, as you know. I was only 14 years old,
Yeah.
running around Jersey City. But I mean, to weather the test of time in this business,
Yeah.
as you know, it was like a roller coaster ride, man. You can be up, got a couple of hits. Oh, we got it.
Yeah.
Then you don't hear from them for another 2 or 3 years, and then you try it again. But every 10 years, Kevin's been like, we close out the decade because, from the 60s going into 1970, okay, that was the beginning. And then
Mhm.
70s to the 80s, oh, what are they going to do now? People will ask me in Jersey City and walk, you guys still together? Yeah, we still together. I'm talking about after funky stuff, Hollywood swinger, Summer Madness, Jungle Boogie,
Wow.
Sesame, because of this whole anti-disco thing was going on.
Right.
And that's when we decided to get a lead singer because we was on the road with the Jacksons. At that time, Jackson 5
Wow.
was with them. And Dick Griffey, the promoter, said, you know what? You
Ridiculous.
guys are doing good on the tour, but I think you need to get a lead singer. We said, lead singer? Then we thought about it. He said, yeah, a lot of our music, we can probably do that. Have a lead singer in there. And my wife and I was hanging out in New York when we found JT. And we noticed that at Regimes and the Studio 54, there
Wow.
was Ladies Night. So
Yeah.
that would be a good title for a song coming into the business with a lead singer. And that's when we
Yeah.
came up with Ladies Night. And after
Yeah.
that came Celebration, and then it went on and on and on.
Wow. And then like I read somewhere where that celebration song is like the most popular song next to Happy Birthday. Next to
Absolutely.
Happy Birthday. Like that's crazy to have a song that popular.
I'm
Like
still talking. We went back. I can't see it again. But yeah, Celebration. Yeah, man. I mean, you're talking about from Super Bowl to Misfit to, whatever, whenever there's something to celebrate. Matter of fact, Biden just, when he was nominated, for the election,
right.
he came out with Celebration.
I saw that. I saw that. That has to feel good though. Being an artist or have been an artist myself and understand I've been singing background for some people. One, Millie Jackson. I was with her for years.
Oh
So
yes, you know, friend Millie. Yeah, we know
yeah,
Billy Jackson.
yeah, yeah. She has spoke about you a few times, but just to see some of you guys still here and still doing it. How do you feel about the way music has changed? Like, do you think we're doing it justice, or are we killing it, or how do you feel about that? The way music is now.
Well, I mean, I gotta get used to the way the music and the business is right now. Because I'm old school, man. When vinyl and cassettes and you know that whole thing. Now with this whole streaming thing,
Yeah,
that's a whole nother vibe.
that's another thing. I know. I
Yeah,
know. It,
but I mean, hey, it's I mean, you know, I guess it opens up the door for some of the younger acts. That like we out there, we had to get on them tour bus. It was five groups on the bus and going on down to Birmingham, Alabama, and up through Charlotte, doing
yeah,
them colleges. Man, the business has changed, but it
yeah.
was all good. I mean, you got some groups that are doing quite well. I mean, Bruno Mars is like a young Kool in the gang anyway, and a lot of these other acts. So it's all
That's
good.
good. That's great. I'm loving the fact that you still loving it too, because that's a tough thing. You've been doing it for a long time.
Yes, yes.
You gotta love it. Wow, all them songs. So when we heard you were coming here, we wanted to catch up on what you were doing and everything, but the pandemic kind of changed things. But I was looking and I saw this champagne, this beautiful bottle, this
Okay.
beautiful bottle, and I was like, you know what? I buy liquor based on the bottles. Like I collect bottles. So
Oh,
when yeah, when I saw your bottle, I was like, wow, this is a great bottle. And I mean, it just looks refreshing. It looked like it's about to be everywhere. How did you even come up with this idea, this crazy, crazy, masterful idea?
well, I was on tour a couple of years ago in Europe, and we had about 10 days in France. And the promoter came to me and said, "Listen, I'm doing a champagne with the late Barry White, and
Mm,
also one of the Bee Gees. Would you be interested in doing a champagne?" I said, "Yeah, but not at my concert, because I don't think people when they come to see a concert, you know, they go, they want a T-shirt or a cap or take a
right,
bottle of champagne home." But what I did tell them, I said, "I want to be on the shelves." So yeah, and I said,
right,
"I want to come up." I came up with the name, Le Cool Champagne.
right.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I wanted to have that French vibe coming out of there in Champagne country where they do Dom Perignon and Cristal and Moet Chandon, etc. And that's when it started. And we eventually we built, and of course the pandemic has slowed things down for us too. But we yeah, I'm saying now, 2021, let's have some fun.
Let's have
Make
some fun.
sure you get a glass of
Okay, that sound like another
champagne.
that sound like another hit. 2021. Let's have some fun.
No, we have a song.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we have. We've been working. We got an album coming out next year.
Wow.
Yeah,
How, and you still so you guys tour differently now, I'm sure.
yeah.
You don't sit on those buses.
No,
Like,
not we sleep on 'em because we got this. It's a whole different story now.
right, right.
Fans and the microwaves and that. Well, what's happening there.
So do you find it well, I find it very interesting that all those years you get to reinvent and reinvent. And I know in the industry, like a lot of the young artists, they don't understand that it's more to it than just standing on stage singing. Like it's a lot of entrepreneurial opportunities that come up when you are in the spotlight, and you have managed to like change this thing into a whole that's gonna be a whole thing for you. And I mean, I think we as artists need to find more ways to kind of reinvent or expand our brand. And I mean, you seem to have done that. Do you think it's difficult when you expand your brand into a whole nother area, or do you think it just flows depending on your success in the music industry?
Well, I mean, we have made various changes. Of course, with our band, our show in the '70s. We had the hits, Hollywood Swinging, Funky Stuff, Jungle Boogie. Well, then you have the big band movement when you had George Clinton come out with the Mothership Connection and landing big ships on the stage, and Earth, Wind and Fire with the big production. So we had to get into a little bit of that also because, like you said, more than just playing. It's show business.
Right.
So we made our changes, and now going into hopefully next year, we'll figure out another way that we want to do it. Because as you know, we lost several members. I lost my brother about 5 weeks ago,
Mm.
Khalees Ronald Bell. He was one of the
Okay.
major writers in the band, and over the years, Ricky West, Charles Smith, Mike Mickens, But I still have at least about 10 guys when I go out on stage. So we're just waiting. We're preparing ourselves for 2021.
Right.
And I always say, hey, 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 Corona, go away. I
Right.
got the Corona blues, man. It's time to get on out here next year.
That's right. That's right. It's just crazy. Like I want everybody to log on and I just want people to understand that the songs that you hear growing up and the songs that you dance to, and we get to actually talk and speak to you. I have a question though. Tommy Mays, he's a musician. He asks, how many original members are still there? And you said about 10, right?
Well, no, no, no. We only have three original members,
Wow.
but we
Oh,
tour. We have
okay.
guys in and out of the band um, for over the 50-year, 40-year
Yeah.
period. But we tour with 10 to 11 guys on stage.
Okay.
But
Got it.
original members and my brother, we have four. When my brother passed, only have three original members now.
Wow. Wow. So 3 original members. So you guys used to back when you started. You guys used to rehearse a lot in your basement. I heard.
Yeah, up on the hill on Myrtle Street. Yeah.
Well, I think you know what I think. One of my uncles one time was coming to play with y'all. His name was Melvin Gibson. I don't even. I just used to hear those stories when I was younger. Like y'all would have people come in and play, and some stay, some go, whatever. But that's how guys were doing it. And I say that to say like a lot of artists now, like they don't realize that a lot of the work is done before you actually get the deal or become big. A lot of that work is done before. Some of them think that it starts when you get the deal. Can you say something about how much you guys rehearsed and practiced and really tried to hone in on your craft?
Yeah, that was a lot of pre-planning and rehearsing and developing, your act and your show, and working in the clubs around Jersey City or Newark or what have you, and putting it all together. Yeah, it
Mhm.
takes a while to develop with how you want to sound and how you deal with your audience and that sort of thing. It's a lot of hard work, but you try to make it happen, and we've been blessed to be able to do that over the years.
Yeah. How did you also manage to how did you manage so many different personalities on the road with so many guys?
I got a word for that. I call it cool ticks, like politics.
Okay.
Cool ticks. Well, you know how it is. The guys have different attitudes. They feel the right. And some of them, feel like they want to leave and do their own thing. And but it's been a blessing that I'm still here and we're still here. And the crew that I have now, I'm feeling very good about, and I'm just waiting to get back on the road next year.
Wow. I can't wait. Hopefully y'all come to a place where we can catch. Cause it amazes me how the more mature groups and artists, they still got the same fire. They put just as much energy into it. Like I tell some of these new artists, you won't believe the stamina that the artists that you guys call old have. Like, cause these new artists can't even last past 2 songs on stage half the time. So I mean, hey, hands down, you guys got it. I don't know what kind of batteries you guys had, but they need some of that now with the new artists now. So we'll just see and hope they can get that. But how many more runs you doing while you're here?
Uh, about 4 or 5. I mean, I gotta say, man. They say they work you to death. They working me to life. I don't like that word death. Working you to death. But
Take you to
I'm
life.
older, man. I'm rocking down here in ATL. I haven't been here in a while, but
Really?
what we gotta do. This is
Yeah.
what we do.
I mean, so far, like I know everybody's been talking about it because they even came last night and they were talking about how good the champagne was and how smooth it was and how. What made you come up with the name Le Cool?
Well, first of all, what you just said, that people are being honest, that if they're saying how good the champagne is and what it tastes like, I said, don't say it because it's my champagne. Say it because give me the real truth, what you think about it. You know,
Right.
so again, on that tour, when I told the promoter I want to be on the shelves, and I came up with Le Cool because I wanted to have that French vibe. Because
Mhm.
our partners is out of Rims, the virtual family,
Okay.
and I
Okay.
figured that would have a nice flow. And then when it builds in Europe and France, when it comes to America, oh, you know about this Le Cool? Oh yeah, it's out. It come up where Dom Perignon comes from, and that it was part of the what I had strategy that I had.
Right. That's awesome. So it's already basically been out like over in the France area. It hasn't been out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But we really starting to push now, going into the new year. But I mean, it's been out like we were down on Lake Geneva about a year ago, and
Mm,
we were doing some promotion down there, and at Switzerland, and of course France. But we're going to do a big push coming up next year.
a big push. That's cool. That's great. I mean, your grind is incredible to me because like I get tired just listening to you talk about everything you got to do.
So do I.
That's what I'm saying. I know.
Yeah.
Look, I'm glad it's not like usually in Atlanta it's raining and all that kind of stuff, and you don't get to do anything. But I'm glad people getting to see because I mean I was even getting phone calls about it. So I'm just glad that everybody get a chance to witness and get the sample. Like cool. Another aspect of your greatness is now in this cool. You got any other projects up your sleeve that you just not showing yet?
Well, we know we moved with the champagne, but also I have a cologne called Just Cool.
See,
But
and
we
and
get
I
into that a little later. I got about 50,000 bottles hung up over there in Shanghai.
what?
But that's coming too, you know. And being that you asked me, I'm also partnerships with Dusty Baker. We're doing solar energy project called Kool Baker Energy, and our focus is going to be in Africa on that. You know, so I'm yeah,
See
several other things that I'm doing.
that and that's exactly what you're supposed to do, sir. I'm loving it. Somebody said, can we purchase it here in Virginia Beach? So is LaCool in Virginia yet?
Well, we're heading up that way right now, so that you know we have Jersey,
Hmm.
New York, California. Now we got the Peach. We got the Savannah distribution for Georgia. We're
Hmm.
looking at Louisiana. You know, it's market by market. Before, you know, the record business, you put a record out, it was across the country. You just gotta come up from the R&B charts and move up the charts, and you get number one. And everybody's playing the record. We
Exactly.
gotta go to each state and build it in. But the thing that I'm not working right now could be a good thing or a bad thing. Now I'm out here promoting the champagne, so it's all
Wow.
good.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Cheers. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to have a glass of bubbly while we talking.
All right, we gotta get that bubbly to you, man.
No, it's cool. I'm gonna get it. Somebody I think from Jersey, Gloria Wheeler. She said, "Cool, you look great." She's from Jersey too, and she sings as well. So that's probably some old back in the day stuff. You know what I'm saying? But they coming up here. They know you, and I'm glad.
Well,
What?
hey, man. Well, I just turned the big 7-0, if you only know, a
Wow. How does
couple
that
of weeks
feel?
ago. Yeah.
Congratulations. Happy birthday on that too. How does
Thank you.
that feel to be in this industry and to be a legend and you're actually able to see people seeing you as a legend? How does that feel?
Well, that's a blessing, you know, to still be around because a lot of times you don't become a legend until you pass, and people talk about your history and what you've done. But now, you know, we're still here. Of course, you know, we lost members in the band, but I'm still here. DT, original member, as you know, and
Mhm.
also George Brown.
Wow.
So it's a great feeling to still be around. We thank God for that, man, because this is it can be a rough business.
Exactly. I mean, your songs are one of the songs that they put in like a time capsule or something. Just so people can like generations and generations and generations can know about you. So that has to be awesome to have already written that part in like life history. Like that's just amazing. And then to sit here and just basking and everybody just congratulating you and paying homage to you. I think that's a blessing, like you said.
Well, thank you, Kevin. That's very interesting because they played Celebration in Space Shuttle.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the astronauts got out one morning, man. They was moving around there with celebrate good time. I said, wow. I know that's something.
Let's go to that real quick. That song, the making of that song. How did that even come about?
Well, we had uh, won two American Music Awards with Ladies Night. You know when JT joined the group, and we were celebrating the fact that we turned our career around. And the vamp for Ladies Night, it's a part of this, night tonight. Come on, let's all celebrate. My brother said, "Wow, that's gonna be another song." Being that we're celebrating anyway, and uh, when we got back to Jersey City, and West Orange to the studio, he had this track, and it had that old rocking chair vibe to it, and
Mhm.
Charlie down, like down home thing. And then the other guy said came up with Yahoo, and it all just came together, man. And, man, we didn't know that Celebration was going to become the type of hit that it has become.
Right.
We figured, well, Ladies Night, and then all the other hits, Jungle Boogie, funky stuff, Summer Madness, but Celebration, man, it's a blessing.
I mean that that just a song that big is way. I don't even know the word after blessing. Like, what is the word that you say? But that's a huge record. And then you guys, it was back to back, ladies' night, and I remember. Oh God, I was young and we were just in the back seat. Your parents driving to another state, and you're in the back seat, and that would come on, and I was just singing all that. I had a real high voice at the time, so I always did the "Oh, the let's go celebrate." I used to do all that.
Go ahead, KB.
No, I just remember that and I see it and I see it. And you guys were always on television, always. I mean, you were the example group at that time. I didn't even know you toured with the Jacksons for when you first started.
Oh,
I didn't even know that.
yeah,
But
yeah. We're
so to
not.
watch them at such a young age and to see that and be a part of that legacy, that was great too. Someone else have a question. They said my favorite band in the '70s, songs like "Open Sesame." I remember Coltrane and Funky Stuff.
Well, that's a gang hit because if he said I remember Coltrane, that was
Yeah.
one of the tracks. A lot of times they know more like funky stuff and Jungle Boogie, but we have a lot of different jazz songs that we have done, and that was one. I remember John Coltrane. We did a couple of covers of other artists back during that time in the '70s. Yeah.
Wow. I'm just amazed. Like I feel like I'm in a time warp and I get to go back. You know how the ghost of Christmas past, present, and future? I feel like we're doing that and going back over your career. But awesome, awesome. So back to the cool because we going back and forth, which is a great thing. How well has it already been taken across the United States already?
Well, we're kind of like just starting, but like I said, hometown Jersey, they're doing quite well up there. I was just up there, and we did a lot of different promotions, like I'm doing down here. And I'm seeing what's happening now. I just got here on Monday, man, and the ATL is coming to the party.
Yeah,
In New
you're
York.
You're not here long enough, actually. When they told me the 18th through the 23rd, we started getting more people wanting to ask, could you do this? I'm like, he's not here after that, so you have to come back.
Oh, God willing, we definitely be back.
Hmm.
We got a history here. We've been coming to the ATL for many years. You know,
Right.
the Chastain Park, all the other festivals. So we will be back next year, God willing.
Oh wow, somebody else. I think this is my mom. She says at the very beginning, I remember they used to rehearse next door to our church. They visited youth Sunday school a few times. Pastor Black. I don't know if I was even born.
Well, there was a church up on Summit Avenue. Used to call it St. John's, and
Okay,
we used to rehearse in St. John's downstairs.
that's
And
what. That was it.
that was
That
it.
was the mama's church, I guess. Yes, I wasn't even born, so I don't even remember.
Yeah.
But that's interesting. Wow. So y'all used to rehearse at a church downstairs.
Yeah, right next door. And what they did every Sunday, they would do like a little jazz thing. I mean, people like Foul Saunders would come through there. A lot of jazz musicians because we was, we were the jazzy acts back in the early days. But yeah, we did.
Wow. That's amazing. You know what? Yeah, I know sometimes we used to have to rehearse in church too. And they used to come down there, y'all not singing the right stuff, but we didn't care. We just kept on doing what we were doing. That's amazing. So where do you go after Atlanta?
Say again.
Where do you go after Atlanta?
Uh, well, I'll be going back down to Florida.
Hmm.
I call it Old Town for a minute. I got to start pushing the champagne down there.
Yeah.
Then I got to go back up to Jersey. I got a couple of things, New York and Jersey. Is well, right now I got to watch out for these places are getting locked down now. I don't want to get up there and can't get out. Oh man, you got a quarantine for 2 weeks. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm doing what we got to do.
So you staying safe and everything. I'm gonna ask you a question about that too. Have you ever known of anything similar to this pandemic? Has this ever happened in your lifetime before?
No, no.
Wow.
I, I never heard the word pandemic. What the hell was that? What's a pandemic?
Right, right. I know.
But it's really because before this came down, man, we were doing the Australian Rock Festival. We were scheduled to do the Singapore Jazz Festival. We were scheduled to do the Japan Jazz Festival. We had 18 shows all through Europe. We were getting ready to go to Germany to play with the German Philharmonic Orchestra, and we called it a classic evening with Kool Gang, with the Kool champagne. We had
Wow.
all that going, man. Hey, so anyway,
Dang.
we're
But
still alive in good health. That's what's more.
well, that's mostly important. And I think sometimes God come up. He wanted, we got to learn different ways of doing things.
Yeah,
Sometimes. So I
yeah.
think that's why that thing happened. So I'm gonna ask you this too, because you're a legend, and I gotta ask you this too. We normally don't get into politics, but how do you feel about everything now that we're overturning the old situation? I just got
Well, it's I remember first time I went to Cuba after the sanctions was
right.
lifted, and BBC radio was there and TV, and they were saying, "Well, what do you think about that now that Cuba and the United States are working more together?" I said it's a great thing, but hey, I'm not a politician. I'm a musician,
Ah.
and music is our message.
I'm
You know,
gonna use that one.
I'm glad to see things are moving. You
Mhm.
know, my music transcends, all races, of
That's
course,
true.
and but it's good to see a change. Let me put it this way: it's good to see a change. And
Yeah.
is there a change going to come? It's coming.
Yeah, so that on the 20th we'll be playing Celebration again, like real loud everywhere, at the same time, all over the world.
And we got the song that my brother wrote is called "Pursuit of Happiness." We get it over to you.
Oh wow.
Last song he wrote before he passed. It was called "For the Pursuit of Happiness, World Peace."
Mm.
So we got to get that. You got to get that.
Yeah, I'll make sure I talk to shout out to Angelo Ellaby and Double Exposure and Kevin Goins over at New Grooves, and shout out to them because they always keep us up. So I'll make sure definitely that happens. Well, I know you got a busy day today too. So
Absolutely. My
I'm
screen
trying
gets
to
so
run
black
into you.
again, but I'm here.
I'm trying to run into you at some point today or tomorrow,
Okay.
something like that.
All right.
Hopefully we'll get to meet. But I just want to ask you this too. As a legend of all things, what would you say to these new artists out here?
Well, I would say be serious about what you're doing. Try to learn as much about the music business side of it all. You know, learn about the publishing and writing. A lot of young artists, they're hip to that now. Publishing and writing.
Sort of, but is it not that it's different because it's like they don't think about the things that have to be in place when you put a record out. Like a lot of times now, because we can upload them ourselves, they just want to upload a record. Oh, I got a single out. Okay, so what's the plan? How you go? Who
Yeah,
you
much plan.
to?
Yeah,
I don't think that they think about those things. They just want to put it out, and
yeah,
and they're not aware. It doesn't move on its own.
that's true.
You
That's
know,
true. Just like the champagne. I gotta get. I'm doing like I did when my record came out. Almost 50 years ago. I gotta get out there to the road, man. Start pushing and promoting.
you need to drop a bottle over at Millie House. I'm about to call her when we get off, and I'm gonna tell. I'm gonna
You know
tell.
what? I'm gonna make sure that's done, man. Yeah,
Okay,
we
I'm
go.
gonna call her too.
Okay, tell her get ready for the cool champagne now.
Oh yeah, she do that. She has these wonderful like holiday dinner parties and stuff
Oh
that I
yeah.
always go to, and champagne is on the menu, like for real. So I'll
Okay.
make sure. Yeah, I'll make sure that.
Okay then.
Hey, I am ecstatic still. I'm glad you were able to come and take time out of your busy schedule and speak to us over at the Heat Seekers because you talked to Nisi yesterday, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure that was fun.
yeah. She was here yesterday. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Nisi came
She was
yesterday.
at the event last night too.
Right. I heard she did come through there. See, you couldn't make my event. They was like, oh, he has to get rest. But it's all good. I got you today. But it's all good.
Okay, man.
So yeah, so hopefully I get to see you, and I want to thank you for
Okay.
giving us some time and talking about this wonderful champagne and a little bit of your journey is still going strong. So I'm looking forward to the next. Just keep going. Whatever
Okay.
batteries you have, though, you can like donate those to me because I want to be around too. Them
Well,
lead batteries.
to all the peace and blessings, man. Just stay strong, eat right, try to do the right thing, think the right thoughts, man, and we keep moving.
Think the right
God
thoughts.
willing, we keep moving.
That's a good one. Think the right thoughts.
Okay.
Well, you have a great day, Mr. Robert Coolbell, and I am so ecstatic to taste the champagne. So I'm a toast, and I'm gonna do it live, and I'm gonna make sure everybody know I got it. So
Okay.
once again, thank everybody for signing in. I'm Kevin Bryant with the Heat Seekers, and we'll see you on the next go around. Thank you, Mr. Bell.
Thank you, man.